Hello, children. Children, you must have heard about many types of competitions: dance competition, drawing competition, writing competition, singing, boxing, painting. But have you ever heard about a competition between the sun and the wind? Children, today I, Kahaniwali Nani, am going to tell you a fable, a story about such a competition. And the story is The Sun and the Wind. Listen, children, this is a story of long, long ago. It was autumn season, and one fine morning, three friends, who, the sun, the wind, and the cloud, were talking and laughing among themselves. And then the cloud looked at the sun and said, Sun, you are great. You are warm as well as gentle in nature. It is because of you that there is life on earth. I think you are the most powerful amongst all the three of us. Hearing this, the wind got annoyed and said, You see, friends, I do not agree to this. I am more powerful than both of you. In fact, most powerful in this universe. With my power, you know what I have done? I have uprooted millions of trees and drowned thousands of ships and razed many cities and towns to the ground. Nobody except me can do that. Ha ha ha. Hearing this, the sun smiled gently and said, Wind, do not be so arrogant. All the destruction you have caused doesn't mean that you are the most powerful in the universe. The wind felt offended and said, You see, I am not being arrogant. But yes, I am speaking the truth. Sun, I can even cover you with the clouds, and then no one can see you. Don't underestimate my strength. Can you do that to me? The sun again smiled warmly and said, Dear friend, see, I'm sure that I am as powerful as you, in fact, more powerful. Now the wind became angry. He was not ready to accept that sun was more powerful than him. Now, seeing this heated argument, the cloud said, Friends, don't argue. See, why don't you have a competition and it will be like a game and the winner will be considered as more powerful than the other. Now the sun did not want to compete with his friend and said, Is it necessary to prove oneself? The wind laughed. Ha, I think, son, you are afraid of losing. That is why you don't want to compete with me. Listening this, the sun said, If you really want to compete, I have no problem. Fine, let's go for it. But how shall we prove our strength? They all looked around and saw a man walking, whistling happily on the road. At once the wind said, Yes, I have got it. Shall we knock him off the road? The sun said, No, no, this will only hurt the man. Let's keep it simple. See, I feel the one who takes off his coat first will be the winner and considered most powerful, right? The wind said, Okay, that's fine. But you see, first I will try. And the sun agreed. Now, what did the cloud do? It covered the sun. The wind blew, huffed and puffed, made the leaves shiver. The man stopped, looked around a bit surprised, and then started to button his coat. Seeing this, the wind blew harder. There was a thunderstorm. The wind began to roar in anger. Now the man began to shiver. At once, what did he do? He took out a scarf from his pocket and wrapped it tightly round his neck and head. Oh, what a bad weather, he said. The wind is so cold. Now, dust was blowing all over, and the man, what did he do? He sat down, buried his head and hands between his legs. Oh, this man is not removing his coat. And the wind blew fiercely with all its might. At last, children, you know what happened? Did the man remove his coat? No, instead, he held tightly to it. And finally, the wind got tired and exhausted and sat down. Seeing the wind sitting down, both the cloud and the sun asked, "Okay, done, wind?" The wind said, "Yes, yes, I'm done with it. Yes, I was unable to remove this man's coat, but mind you, I am not a loser. I'm pretty sure if I cannot do it, no one in the universe has the power to do it. You know why? Because I am the most powerful. Son, you can try now." Now the sun came out from the clouds, and the wind said, "Come, come, you also try, but I am sure you will not succeed." The sun said, "Okay, let me try first and then say." And he said, "I see the man is shivering. Wind, you have frozen him. Now I will give him some warmth." And the sun gently smiled at the man. Now the cold wind stopped, and the man started feeling better. He sat upright straight, and after a while, what did he do? He got up and started walking. The sun looked at the wind, and the wind asked, "Is it all you can do?" The sun did not answer, instead smiled a little more at the man. Now the man felt nice and began walking faster. "Watch what will happen now," the sun said. He gave a bigger smile, and the man began feeling hot. And what did he do? He took off his scarf and unbuttoned his coat. As the sun's smiles became bigger and bigger, children, the man began sweating and perspiring. He said, "Oh, what a strange weather today. Minutes earlier, it was so cold that I began shivering, and now it's so hot that I'm sweating." And he took off his coat and flung it aside. The sun looked at the wind, smiled. The sun had won the competition. The cloud congratulated the sun. "Congrats, sun, you are the winner." The wind also congratulated the sun and said, "Friend, you have won. I was wrong, you are right. You have proved that we should not be proud, overconfident, but we can win hearts by being kind and gentle. You are more powerful than me." The sun said, "Thanks, friends. And dear wind, you can also bring smile to faces by being gentle and kind. I feel you are also equally powerful. See, you can blow gently and make this man comfortable by drying his sweat. And see how nice you will feel when you will make people happy." Now the wind blew gently, not fiercely as before, and the man felt at ease, smiled and became happy. And what did he say? He said, "Yes, now the weather is pleasant. There's a cool breeze and a gentle sun." And he went his way whistling happily. And children, all the three friends, the sun, the wind, and the cloud, went happily their way. And children, did you see how the gentleness of the sun became more powerful than the force and anger of the wind. So be gentle like the sun and not fierce like the wind. And children, how did you like this story? The sun and the wind? And you can hear more such interesting stories by subscribing me on my YouTube channel www.youtube.com/Kahaniwali Nani. And do press the bell icon so that you never miss a new story from me. If you like the story, press the like button and send your comments too. You can also share the story with your friends. And we'll meet you again next week with a new story. Till then, goodbye. Take care.